congratulations to what a stunning podium for Milwaukee Yamaha for Josh Brooks. And Josh, you said to us yesterday there's a black hole after lap 8, but I guess you now found out what happens in the black hole.
Yeah, that's right. You know, we've been in and out of the pits all weekend and through testing and stuff, trying to, you know, fast track the learning of this bike. You know, for me as a rider, I've got to learn where its best points are, where its weaknesses are, and try and work with the good points and then you know, try and fix the weak links. But you know, to do a race distance, we had no clue. It was always in the back of my mind to try and do a race run and get an idea of where we would be in the race. But just because of the need to try different things to improve the performance was priority. So yeah, I purposely didn't ride the first couple of laps too hard, and that was a big downfall because there's a lot of testosterone at the start of that race, and I ended up dropping quite a way back. You know, I think I was at 9th at one point. So you know, I knew that that wasn't an ideal situation, but I wanted to make sure I put a good, strong race together. I didn't want to be fast at the beginning and then fade into the distance. So I just maintained my focus and just kept looking at my own lap times and worked on doing laps as if I was on the track on my own. And I slowly and steadily picked away and ended up in the 3rd. So yeah, it's obviously we're expecting the bike to improve as the year goes on, and but to already be on the podium with the bike in the way that it is a true testament to what Yamaha have done with their new model. You know, it's I'm really grateful that it's worked out so well. I didn't get to see what happened at the front, but by the look on Shaky's face, I imagine it was a pretty interesting finish. So I look forward to seeing what the results was there at the start.
How are you feeling after a full race distance with the injuries from pre-season?
I started to make a few mistakes towards the end, and it's funny, you know, because you know, everyone's got their own little scenario, and everyone's, you know, looking at what guys are doing, and some guys are on new bikes like Josh and, you know, Tommy and Michael and stuff, and you know, you look at it and you think, you know, same bike, same team, it should be easy. But PBM team have worked really hard over the winter and brought some new components along that have really altered our bike. And it seems like every kind of fail-safe we have, and every fallback, and every kind of range of numbers that the bike used to work in doesn't work now. And yeah, you know, listening to Josh's comments, it's been the same for us. You know, I think the longest run I've done is maybe 5 or 6 laps before this race. You know, partly because I've not been riding. Obviously, I came back to the test last Thursday, and then you know, had this weekend as well. But partly because we've been, you know, backwards and forwards and upside down and inside out and everything, trying to improve the overall package. And you know, hats off to my guys, because the bike in that race there was probably the best it's been all weekend. But it's kind of really early days, and whilst I'm disappointed not to win, because that's what I'm paid to do, I feel pretty happy with the second place I've got. James done a fantastic job and set a really strong pace, and I was lucky in a way that he was there and he was so fast in the beginning. You know, we're both on Kawasaki's, and it allowed me to just kind of focus on him and do everything I could to stay on his back wheel. I think if I looked at the board and there was about 10 or 11 laps to go, and I looked at it and I thought, for God's sake, can't we just finish now? But yeah, I kind of hung on to the end, and then I had a little bit to go to come back at him right at the end, but he rode really well and really defensive, and made sure that, you know, I had to go the long way around. So yeah, there was no beating him in that race, but we'll chip away, and I'm quietly confident inside now that you know, having the weekend we've had so far, and to pull off a second and so close to the win as well is not a bad do.
Follows his wheel tracks all the way home. Congratulations, Shaky, on a very fine second place.
Thank you.
For the opening race of the season. And turning to James. James, I'm not sure if we were or not, that's the first win for Kawasaki and British Superbike since 1999 when Chris Walker took the victory. So congratulations to you.
What, here?
Here at Donington.
Is it?
Congratulations to you.
Wow, I didn't expect that.
To the GB Moto, KG Speedfit team. But Shaky pushed you hard all the way.
Yeah, definitely. Wow, it's louder, sorry. Yeah, he put on a strong pace. I figured I had to get away from the start. I knew tyres were going to be a problem here towards the end of the race with the temperature rising. So I felt like if I could just get away at the start and get clean and race with these boys, I figured there'd be 4 of us at the front. I figured it'd be me, Shaky, Keo and Josh. And I wanted a nice clean race. There's a lot of new guys here that have got a bit of a point to prove, and coming from a really strong position last year. You know, obviously Danny Buchan, Mossy, they've all showed really hot pace in Spain, and I knew there'd be a problem if we were sort of just steady away at the start. So I wanted to get away first, and then if we faded off at the end, at least we'd have got a bit of a gap. And to be honest with you, my plan worked. It never does, but this time it worked, and Shaky kept me honest right till the end. I thought, I could see next plus 0, then it went to +2, +3. I thought, right, I'm safe, and then it went back to +0, and I was like, great. So I had to dig a little bit deeper, and yeah, I really had to work hard for that. But just while on it, I just want to say a big thanks to Brad Howell, a good friend of mine who's been helping me out with nutrition a lot this weekend, and yeah, it's really made a difference this weekend. I felt strong right towards the end of the race, and we did have a little bit more in the tank at the end. So yeah, big thank you to the team as well, JG Speedfit Kawasaki, for keeping me on board for another year, and just dedicate the win to them. Really appreciate their support, and looking forward to race 2.
If you could speak, what did team boss Mark Smith-Hamilton say to you?
He didn't, he's blubbered. He's an emotional guy, and he's been waiting for that win for a long time, so I was just happy we could give it to him.